Hello, good to see you. I guess I was a little hard on you yesterday, wasn't I? Well, I apologize, but I have to tell you, it's only because I care and because the payoff is so big. This message is going out to a very small minority, and maybe even a minority of the minority. And but I want to explain to you the payoff. The payoff is huge. It's bigger than you can imagine. It's waking up in the morning and saying, I'm free. I'm alive. It's a good day. I'm free from my motives. I'm free from my addiction. I'm free from my alcoholism. I'm free from my wickedness. I'm free from my evil thoughts. I can go anywhere. I can do anything. I can think anything I want. I'm free. It's been so long since you've been free. You can't even imagine it. You think you can imagine it, but you can't. You can't. It's going to blow you away. So, hang on to your hat. It's the payoff. There's a big payoff. I want you to stop listening to you, because if you're listening to you, you're not going to listen to anybody else. And let's face it, if this message is truly going out to you, it's not because your life is on a winning streak. Somewhere along the line, for whatever reason, you either lost the ability to make or follow through on good decisions in your life. You're not a good driver for your life. Will you at least admit that whatever you're doing is just not working for you? You really don't know how to do it. So, you can put all these decisions on a dartboard and throw a dart over your shoulder, and it'll probably make a better decision than you because of your value systems and everything like that. So, I always like to take a minute before we go into part two. Part two. Defining moments, man. I know this is going to be big. I know you said there, this has got to be big because it's the defining moment to define my life. It's got to be some really great big event that's going to define my life. And in a way it is. It really is a big event. It's something really small, but it ends up being huge. And what it is, there's lots of reasons for it. You could have been abused, it could have been parents, it could have been sexual, it could have been teachers, it could have been authoritative figures, whoever it was that wasn't fair to you. I'm not going to say that everything that happened to people was okay. It wasn't. There's a lot of things that happen to people that shouldn't happen. It wasn't your fault that it happened. Now that's one group of people. Some people it happened to just because they're discontented, they're dissatisfied. Who really knows why it happened? It doesn't really matter why. Whether you're abused or you're not abused, it can still happen. And we're going to get on to the abuse part and whose fault and why did God let that happen, and a lot of questions that you might have, but not now. Right now we're going to talk about the defining moments, and I hope and I pray there's going to be two for you. The first one and one you're going to have during this series. Two defining moments. The first defining moment, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter, is when you decided to step off of that spot that you were born. You were born in honesty and purity and cleanliness, and you stepped off of it. You said, well, I'm gonna not be honest about this because I don't really want to pay the price. I don't want to have the embarrassment. I don't want the responsibility. I don't want to pay for whatever it is that I want to hide. Or maybe I want a piece of something and I didn't really deserve it. I haven't really earned it. It's not really mine. But with this little deception or this little lie, I can get it. And that's the beginning. You decide you're not going to live honest. You're not going to live by the rules anymore. And now, it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more. Until finally, man, you're out of sight. You don't know which way is up. Your insanity becomes sanity to you. And it was all started that one defining moment. That first, Mommy, I didn't take the cookie. Dad, I didn't borrow the car. Whatever it is, it's really small. It's the very beginning. That's the defining moment of when you chose to not be honest. Now, my messages are short because I know your attention span is not long. That's why I talk fast and I get it over. I'm in and out, bang, bang, bang. The defining moment that I'm hoping that you're going to experience is when you decide to again step back on to that rock of honesty that you have deep inside of you. It's there. You know, there's a lot of changes that are going to be made, and I know you're saying, well, I can't change. I can't change. I really tried to change. I really want to change. And you know what? You're right. You can't change. But that's the good news. You're not the one that's going to do it. All you're going to do is set things in motion to show the desire, the willingness to change. And then something's going to happen. There's going to be some magic. We're going to talk about that later anyway. But let me explain to you how you'll know that you've made this second defining moment. Because you'll go to the old behavior, the old lie. It'll come out of your mouth before you even realize it. You opened your mouth, the lie comes out. Now you have a choice. Admit the lie. Pay the price. Be embarrassed. Pay for whatever it is. Not get whatever you wanted. And atone for it. It'll be something little. It'll just be some little bitty lie, and you'll go, you know what? But I'm not being honest. You know, I'm not going to get there. And you'll stop dead in your tracks. And you'll correct that dishonesty. And you'll know when you do it. You'll say, man, that wasn't like me. What happened? I can't believe I did that. Guess what? That is the defining moment in your life.